Astika Parva continued. Sati said, that Brahmana of rigid vows then wandered over the earth for a wife, but a wife found he not. One day he went into the forest, and recollecting the words of his ancestors, he thrice prayed in a faint voice for a bride. Thereupon Vasuki rose and offered his sister for the Rishi's acceptance. But the Brahmana hesitated to accept her, thinking her not to be of the same name with himself. The high-souled Jaratkaru thought within himself, I will take none for wife who is not of the same name with myself. Then that Rishi of great wisdom and austere penances asked him, saying, Tell me truly, what is the name of this thy sister, O snake? Vasuki replied, O Jaratkaru, this my younger sister is called Jaratkaru. Given away by me, accept this slender-waisted damsel for thy spouse. O best of Brahmanas, for thee I reserved her. Therefore take her. Saying this, he offered his beautiful sister to Jaratkaru, who then espoused her with ordained rites. So ends the 13th section in the Astika Parva of the Adi Parva. Astika Parva continued. Sati said, O foremost of persons acquainted with Brahma, the mother of the snakes had cursed them of old, saying, He that hath the wind for his charioteer, viz. Agni, shall burn you all in Janamajaya's sacrifice. It was to neutralize that curse that the chief of the snakes married his sister to that high-souled Rishi of excellent vows. The Rishi wedded her according to the rites ordained in the scriptures, and from them was born a high-souled son called Astika, an illustrious ascetic, versed in the Vedas and their branches. He regarded all with an even eye, and removed the fears of both his parents. Then, after a long space of time, a king descending from the Pandava line celebrated a great sacrifice known as the snake sacrifice. After that sacrifice had commenced for the destruction of the snakes, Astika delivered the Nagas, viz., his brothers, and maternal uncles and other snakes, from a fiery death. And he delivered his fathers also by begetting offspring. And by his austerities, O Brahmana, and various vows and study of the Vedas, he freed himself from all his debts. By sacrifices at which various kinds of offerings were made, he propitiated the gods. By practicing the Brahmacharya mode of life, he conciliated the rishis, and by begetting offspring he gratified his ancestors. Thus Jaratkaru of rigid vows discharged the heavy debt he owed to his sires, who being thus relieved from bondage ascended to heaven. Thus, having acquired great religious merit, Jaratkaru, after a long course of years, went to heaven, leaving Astika behind. There is the story of Astika that I have related duly now. Tell me, O tiger of Bhrigu's race, what else I shall narrate. So ends the 15th section in the Astika Parva of the Adi Parva. Astika Parva continued. Saunaka said, O Sati, relate once more in detail this history of the learned and virtuous Astika. Our curiosity for hearing it is great. O amiable one, thou speakest sweetly, with proper accent and emphasis, and we are well pleased with thy speech. Speakest even as thy father. Thy sire was ever ready to please us. Tell us now the story as thy father had related it. Sati said, O thou that art blessed with longevity, I shall narrate the history of Astika as I heard it from my father. O Brahmana, in the golden age Prajapati had 2 daughters. O sinless one, the sisters were endowed with wonderful beauty. Named Kadru and Vinata, they became the wives of Kasayapa. Kasayapa derived great pleasure from his 2 wedded wives, and being gratified, he, resembling Prajapati himself, offered to give each of them a boon. Hearing that their lord was willing to confer on them their choice blessings, those excellent ladies felt transports of joy. Kadru wished to have for sons 1,000 snakes, all of equal splendor, and Vinata wished to bring forth 2 sons surpassing the 1,000 offsprings of Kadru in strength, energy, size of body and prowess. Unto Kadru her lord gave that boon about a multitude of offspring. And unto Vinata also Kasayapa said, Be it so. Then Vinata, having obtained her prayer, rejoiced greatly. Obtaining 2 sons of superior prowess, she regarded her boon fulfilled. Kadru also obtained her 1,000 sons of equal splendor. "Bear the embryos carefully," said Kasyapa, and then he went into the forest, leaving his 2 wives pleased with his blessings. Sati continued, "O best of regenerate ones, after a long time, Kadru brought forth 1,000 eggs, and Vinata too. Maidservants deposited the eggs separately in warm vessels. 500 years passed away, and the 1,000 eggs produced by Kadru burst, and out came the progeny. But the twins of Vinata did not appear. Vinata was jealous, and therefore she broke one of the eggs and found in it an embryo with the upper part developed but the lower one undeveloped. At this the child in the egg became angry and cursed his mother, saying, 'Since thou hast prematurely broken this egg, thou shalt serve as a slave. Shouldst thou wait 500 years and not destroy, or render the other egg half-developed, by breaking it through impatience, then the illustrious child within it will deliver thee from slavery. And if thou wouldst have the child strong, thou must take tender care of the egg for all this time.' Thus cursing his mother, the child rose to the sky. O Brahmana, even he is the charioteer of Surya, always seen in the hour of morning. Then at the expiration of the 500 years, bursting open the other egg, out came Garuda, the serpent-eater. O tiger of Bhrigu's race, immediately on seeing the light, that son of Vinata left his mother. And the lord of birds, feeling hungry, took wing in quest of the food assigned to him by the great ordainer of all. So ends the 16th section in the Astika Parva of the Adi Parva. Astika Parva continued. Sati said, "O ascetic, about this time the 2 sisters saw approaching near that steed of complacent appearance named Uchakayas Ravas, who was worshipped by the gods, that gem of steeds, who arose at the churning of the ocean for nectar. Divine, graceful, perpetually young creation's masterpiece, and of irresistible vigor, it was blessed with every auspicious mark." Saunika asked, "Why did the gods churn the ocean for nectar, and under what circumstances, and when, as you say, did that best of steeds so powerful and resplendent spring?" Sati said, "There is a mountain named Meru, of blazing appearance and looking like a heap of effulgence. The rays of the sun falling on its peaks of golden luster are dispersed by them. Decked with gold and exceedingly beautiful, that mountain is the haunt of the gods and the Gandharvas. It is immeasurable and unapproachable by men of manifold sins. Dreadful beasts of prey wander over its breasts, and it is illuminated by many divine life-giving herbs. It stands kissing the heavens by its height, and is the first of mountains. Ordinary people cannot even think of ascending it. It is graced with trees and streams and resounds with the charming melody of winged choirs. Once the celestials sat on its begemmed peak in conclave. Who had practiced penances and observed excellent vows for Amrita now seemed to be eager seekers alter Amrita, celestial ambrosia. Seeing the celestial assembly in anxious mood, Narayana said to Brahman, "Do thou churn the ocean with the gods and the Asuras. By doing so, Amrita will be obtained, as also all drugs and gems. O ye gods, chum the ocean, ye will discover Amrita." So ends the 17th section in the Astika Parva of the Adi Parva.